Hi everybody, welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Daniel Jones. Rough day at the office. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Oh no, Daniel Jones. Say it ain't so. First play, 8-person protection, sack, L, right tackle, scheme issues, Aaron Donald. This thing would have been a nice hit to the over. Easy for me to say. Don't have to pass protect. First play of the game. The hell with the easy completion. Let's take a shot. Now, this thing's definitely coming open here. 8-person protection, 2 tight ends, the back, right there. You should be pretty solid versus 8-person protection. I don't care who's playing defensive line. It's not going to get better than that. Got the over coming from up top with the deep flag, and you can see that over. That thing's wide open. Now, maybe you could anticipate it, maybe move up, step up in the pocket, but I'm going to say no, actually. Talk myself out of it. But you can see it's coming open. I mean, I think that's the frustrating part. If you block it up, that's a big chunk. Throw it out on the bottom of the 40 down here at the bottom, and that's a big hit. So what the hell went wrong? Well, first, the right tackle just takes a massive L. He's trying to, looks like pseudo jump set, like we're trying to sell the run at 54. And then we just give up the edge. But what really happens here, and I think the more concerning thing as far as scheme-wise for me, is what's going on with Aaron Donald. So, obviously, there's an issue here, right? Anytime you're going to get this look right here, to me, they're just trying to get 3 one-on-ones. If for some reason they're trying to put him in a bind, this side of the line in a bind, you have to block him one-on-one here, essentially, unless you're going to do some sort of double-team run this way. So when we get this one-on-one here, we really, in my opinion, it's right here is the issue. So in a perfect world, he'd give a little kickstand. His left hand would be on 91, but his eyes would be inside on this gap. And so that when Aaron Donald decides to just toss the center like a rag doll and come in this one, he would be ready for it. This left guard would be ready for it and be able to come off, but not have a full presence like a double team. It's really hard to go from this double team here on 91 to leaving that double team. So now we're going to leave that double team and go help on Donald, but it creates just a serious edge here for that left tackle. Now he can't block this guy, half a guy. So a lot of moving parts, but it's really not that hard. We need to get a double team on Aaron Donald. We can't get the Aaron Donald singled up on the center, thrown like a rag doll, and now he's going to go hit the quarterback. So the left guard sees it, but because he gives so much to that 3 technique, 91, see how he's kind of gives so much, he's trying to sell the run. Now he's out of position to come back. Now he gets there to Donald, but now 91 has the edge on the left tackle. See, the left tackle thinks he's going to have help. So if you're playing left tackle there, you're like, oh, I got double team. Uh-oh. Sack. Fortunate to get the ball back there. But is that on Daniel Jones? Absolutely not. Pass protection. 3rd and 14. I know when I was watching this, I was saying, dude, please just run it. They decide to throw the out up top. It's a dime. Danny dimes outside the numbers. Really nice throw. This is one of those ones you really just don't think should be there. 3rd and 14. They should be playing the sticks. He does a nice job being able to drive that thing outside the numbers. Again, there are things that hopefully you know I'm going to say already that could help him be more consistent doing this. But this technique, where this DB type corner is shuffling or anything with his rear to the sideline, so he's looking in at the quarterback here. When you come up and run any sort of outbreaking 7, whatever, if his rear is to the sideline, you cross this technique, you're going to have it. It's almost impossible to cover. Now, couple that with outstanding timing, anticipation. Look when he lets this thing go. He's letting it go right there. The wide receiver up top is not even to the arrow of the 30 yet. Great anticipation. Even better accuracy. Again, check the technique of the corner. Rear to the sideline, not going to be able to cover anything from the number to the sideline. That's a hell of a throw, though, from the far hash. Not that far of a hash in the NFL, but to the field. Now, I would love for him to be more lined up to his left. So, again, what am I talking about? When he hits the back of his draw, where is he lined up? His feet, to me, are lined up down the hash. Now his shoulders and eyes are lined up to the left, but then he has to open up again. He takes almost like a false set there. And it's just wasted movement. It makes things harder to stay in sequence, in time, in rhythm, especially with a patter. Just unnecessary. Just get lined up when you hit the back of that drop to make that first throw. But all that being said, still, outstanding throw. Really nice. 3rd and 9. Another disaster. Getting hit. Got all sorts of protection issues. Where we're going to go with the ball. Sorting out the point here at the line of scrimmage. Left tackle, L. I mean, there's just nothing you can do. You have to be able to hold on to it enough to be able to throw it and get a first down. One hitch, getting tackled, strip sack. And the left tackle can't get on the fumble. Make a bad play an absolute disaster. And his hand looks like it's beat up. But again, you can't play quarterback at any level with a turnstile on the edge. Just the drop. 1, 2, 3, hitch. I mean, he even kind of moves over a little. I think you could make the argument that potentially he could get up, but not really. Maybe, I mean, if you step up, you're going to have to throw with your hand on someone's back. There's nowhere to go with this. That's a nice play from him, but that's not good enough on the edge at the tackle. And sure as hell is not good enough not falling on the ball. That's a tough turnover. But that's a 3rd, medium to long. Again, could he throw the out up top? Probably, or the hinge, whatever you want to say, outside, outbreaking route outside the numbers. 1, 2, 3, hitch, let it go. Yeah, you got a chance. But instead we got a strip fumble turnover. They get the ball inside the red area. This is how this thing snowballs on you real fast. But again, if we're going to be honest about how's the quarterback playing, can we get an evaluation? You can't get an evaluation with stuff like this. That is not, that has nothing to do with the quarterback. That has something to do with the play calling, the design as far as the open edges, and then just not being good enough up front. This one, though, is all quarterback. This is sloppy, nasty, disgusting. Trying to do a little bit too much, forcing the ball down the field. To me, this is old school Peyton Manning, famous Indy route or fin route. Little 5-yard in, coupled with a basic or post or middle field read from 88, and just trying to do too much. I mean, this never opened. Now, I do love the fact that he goes and tries to get a tackle. But scheme-wise here, this is stuff, honestly, you just don't see on Sundays for very long. So concept-wise, a lot of teams will run this either open, you can take the middle, closed, you come across, and then we're going to run 5-yard ins, a little fin route. First one usually has to go, and the second one can throttle down. And you read this thing right here, high-low. This guy, literally the guy who intercepts it. He gets depth, you put it on the number 2, he hangs, you can work here or work all the way out. This ball, for me, 100% of the time needs to go there. And if for some reason you think it's too muddy, it's right here. Easy. It's all based off this middle hook player. He cannot be right. And right here, he's right and some. So again, there are some that aren't on the quarterback. There are some that are absolutely on the quarterback. So reading 24, he tries to play in between. If he plays in between, that's good on him. Get it out to the outside guy. The outside guy's open. This is tough. You can't make plays like this. Just trying to be a little bit too aggressive. And you got to pick your spots with the aggressiveness. You're going to try to be aggressive in a like medium range, short, quick game-ish pass or like a play action shot. This is where you want to just take what they give you. I mean, that's not even close, right? I mean, just throw it to that guy on the right. Tough. And you can see, to me, sometimes these things spiral because you are getting hit, because you are turning the ball over in the pocket, because it feels like you're getting tidal wave of pass protection. And that then leads to misses. So this is just a hook from the number 2 down here at the bottom. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I certainly appreciate the support for the channel. Then if you want even more quarterback school content, you cannot get enough. You want to know what it's like to be in an NFL quarterback room, hop over to the Quarterback School Patreon community. Usually 3 to 4 videos a month, long form videos over there. Exactly what it's like to be in an NFL quarterback room, usually watching full games, all sorts of details, nuance. You're interested in taking it to the next level, check out the Quarterback School Patreon community. And then finally, if you are looking for the absolute premium content available through the Quarterback School, check out the courses. Have a number of different courses. Have a free course linked in the description on the quick game. Have deep dive courses, RPOs, how to beat every coverage, Pass Pro, tempos, and more in the pipeline. So get over there, check out those courses. As always, I appreciate the support. Let's keep the video going. This is a wide miss for an NFL quarterback. And that's open. It's one thing, you're not going to make every throw all the time, every day. I get that. But the spray radius, the miss radius, just felt wider than most guys you'll see in the league. Now again, could he be lined up to the left better? Yes. We'll see it even better from the back end. I like the base. It's just not lined up. It's like being on the tee box and lining up for the woods. You're just not doing yourself any favor. And when you go to get lined up, you're now swinging the gate and missing to your left. Everything's falling off to your left. So watch his feet here when he hits the back. I mean, he's not close to being lined up. He looks like he's lined up to throw down the hash. Comes all the way back. Now he shuffles. He's still not lined up. Now he goes to step. And you have to overcorrect because you've got to open the gate to get through there. Everything falls off to the left. And guess where the ball goes? To the left. So much of it is just about giving yourself a chance to be lined up correctly. And then again, another pick. Again, not on Daniel Jones. So yeah, is it easy to say the quarterback had a bad day? Yes. But it's a hell of a lot more realistic to pull back the layers and realize we got pass pro issues. We got wide receivers getting turf monstered by the 40. Just diving, trying to steal second out there. I mean, that's brutal. That's a big dagger up top, and that's going to be a hit. It's going to be a big hit. We got a chip. We got 7-person protection. This thing is made to order for a big chunk. A little 2-minute situation. We're going to run the clear post, and we're going to come right in here. And somehow, like a little paw or something jumps out of the 40, hits him, and they give the corner a gift interception. Those are the ones where you're just like, man, wide receivers need to have an interception stat. So do offensive linemen. That's a whole different tangent, though. But I mean, this is it. Decent base, throws with anticipation, driving the ball down the field. But I mean, what can you do? Just can't come out of your break. It's brutal. And when it goes like this, you just can't get out of this game fast enough. You just want to get out healthy. And to be honest with you, I was a little surprised that he even finished the game. This is one of the few throws where you're like, that's a great drive throw. It's going to hit him right in the face. Got a chance to be a big play. Get some points out of it. Nope. And then finally, last one here. You know, it's hard to say exactly what's going on here. I personally have a little bit of a scheme issue here, but this is as much Daniel Jones' vision, I'm guessing, as much as anything else. Now again, you know, being picky, at least this time he kind of pseudo dovetails. But look at his feet. He's still not lined up to throw to the left. He's a little bit better to the left, but then he has to open up. Again, it's almost like a false reset. There he goes from there. There's the true lineup. That's how he is lined up now. And then he drives it. But the vision here, you know, you just can't make this throw with someone running out underneath in the flat. Now, I will say that, and again, without being in the quarterback room, I do not know for sure. But I will say that I have played iterations of this play at damn near every level of football. So this is the play, the bones of the play. And this is how it looks on a video game. But the reality is how you teach this technique specifically for these seams really matters. So what do I mean by that? I mean that if we're trying to throw the seam, let's anticipate we're trying to throw the seams. Then we tell these guys, best release this thing. That means he can go inside or outside, cannot get rerouted by the underneath flat or curl defender, and he is now trying to get into the seam area for a seam shot. And it's really on both sides. Best release, do not get rerouted into the seam area. If we are trying to throw, so that's a best release situation. If we are trying to throw the hitch or the stop out here, normally the offenses I've been around will tell them to get an outside release on the flat curl defender. Why? Because it creates a wall here. So it's a wall for this defender. You run an outside release, wall, reroute, and then we can throw the hitch easy. And this kind of chaos disaster play doesn't happen. So does anybody know what's going on? Probably the coordinator, the wide receivers coach, quarterbacks coach, hopefully the quarterbacks. But to me, you got to know how we're playing the seams. Are we calling this to throw the seam? Well, then we got to be really leery of throwing these hitches or 9 stops because we don't have a wall out there. If we're calling these as walls, then we got the 9 stop easy. So let's watch the seams here. If we're going to play the seams off the middle field player, you probably end up coming down here. They're carrying the number 2 up top with the safety. You got a shot at the seam down here to the bottom. But neither of them are running wall seams. Looks like they're just running seams. I mean, I don't know what the guy up top is doing. But quarterback-wise, regardless of maybe the design concerns, you cannot make this throw to the flat with a flat defender running out underneath. I mean, look at the lane. Where do you think you're going to throw it? Tough. And you just can't have multiple of these in a game. Just hard to watch. But again, it's not just him, right? There are many variables of it. But man, I think he could help himself being lined up. Certainly the vision, the decision making, and the design, and the pass pro. Whew, rough day. So that is a wrap. Daniel Jones, rough day at the office for sure. But it's not just him, right? It's pass protection, it's design, play calling, execution on the perimeter, guys falling down, and Daniel Jones not playing good enough. So it can be all of those things. Tough to watch. Let me know what you thought of the video. I appreciate it. I will see you next time. Have a good one.